Why the mind rebels against stillness, the hidden war within. Why does the moment of stillness feel like a battlefield? Why, when we finally sit down to meditate, to listen, to just be, does 1,000 voices rise up inside? Why does silence provoke such fury, such discomfort, such chaos? You are not alone in this. This rebellion within, this inner storm, is not a failure. It is a sacred threshold, a rite of passage, a holy fire. And what if, just beyond the edge of that discomfort, lies your doorway to the infinite? Section 1. The root of resistance is ancient. The mind does not rebel randomly. Its resistance is patterned, predictable, encoded. In the deep forest of your nervous system, in the dark waters of your ancient evolution, stillness once meant danger. Thousands of years ago, if you sat still too long, you died. Stillness meant exposure. Stillness meant threat. The tiger did not warn you. The enemy did not knock. Your ancestors who survived were those who moved. And now here you are, trying to meditate, trying to do nothing, trying to be. And your body says, absolutely not. This is not weakness. This is programming. Section 2. The modern mind was not built for stillness. You've been trained, shaped, and sculpted to perform, to think, to scroll, to answer, to react, to do. From the moment you were born, movement was rewarded. Action was praised. Stillness was punished. Daydreaming meant detention. Silence meant you were checked out. Doing nothing meant laziness. And now, years later, you sit to meditate, and everything in you screams, this is not safe, this is not allowed, this is not who I am. But that is a lie. Stillness is your original nature. You have simply forgotten. Section 3. The psychological saboteurs. Let's name them. The moment you sit, they appear. The itch, the pain in your leg, the grocery list. That thing she said, that email you forgot, that ache in your back, that urge to check your phone. These are not accidents. They are symptoms. Your mind is not evil. It is scared. It was built to keep your identity alive, to keep your story intact, to keep you from dissolving into the silence that threatens to erase the you it worked so hard to build. This is the hidden war. Not against demons, not against darkness, but against disappearance. The ego fights not because it is bad, it fights because it knows that in true stillness it will not survive. Section 4. What the yogis discovered. The ancient seers, those beings of flame and clarity, saw it clearly. They observed the mind in silence until they saw its patterns, like waves in the ocean. They called these waves vrittis, movements of thought, desire, memory, fear. And they saw, stillness is not something you create. It is something you uncover beneath the waves. Patanjali in the sacred Yoga Sutras wrote, yoga is the cessation of the modifications of the mind. But that cessation, nirodha, is not suppression. It is surrender. It is watching until the waves grow quiet, until the lake becomes still, until the moon is visible in your own inner sky. Section 5. What happens when you sit? Here is the truth. When you sit to meditate, you are walking into a temple, but the temple is full of echoes. And at first, those echoes will be loud. You may feel tired, anxious, angry, bored, frustrated. You may want to quit after 2 minutes. You may call it a waste of time. You may even say, I'm not good at meditation. But that is not true. You are not bad at stillness. You are simply detoxing from noise. And the first thing that comes out is always the poison. Be still. Stay there. Keep watching. And soon, you will begin to hear the sound behind all sounds. Section 6. How to work with the rebellion. Here is your sacred approach. Not resistance, not control, but compassion. Practice like this. 1. Sit comfortably, spine upright. 2. Let the breath be natural, no manipulation. 3. When a thought arises, say softly, not now. 4. When emotion comes, let it pass like a cloud. 5. Anchor attention gently on breath or mantra or stillness itself. 6. When you wander, and you will, Return without judgment. This is not discipline as punishment. This is discipline as devotion. The war ends not by winning, but by realizing there is no enemy, only energy seeking silence. Section 7. The Alchemy of Observation. Every time you observe your own restlessness, without acting on it, you burn a seed of karma. Every time you stay with discomfort without fleeing it, you build the muscle of awareness. And over weeks, over months, over years, the rebel becomes the servant, the noise becomes nectar, and stillness becomes your home. Not because you conquered the mind, but because you loved it into silence. Section 8. Beyond resistance is radiance. When the rebellion fades, when the waves fall still, when you sit and there is no urge to rise, something beautiful begins to happen. A light within you awakens, not a vision, not imagination, but presence, radiant, vast, unmoving. The silence becomes luminous, the emptiness becomes full, the absence becomes the absolute. This is why the mind fought so hard, because what you are is more powerful than thought. If your mind fights when you try to meditate, do not be discouraged. You are not broken. You are not weak. You are not alone. You are passing through the fire of purification. You are standing at the gate of awakening, and the noise is the sound of your old self letting go. Keep sitting, keep breathing, keep returning, and soon the rebellion will end, and in its place there will be only stillness, not empty, but infinite. Subscribe for more sacred teachings, and if this helped you, share it with someone walking the same path.